Okay, guys. So sorry I couldn't be here today, but what I want you to do is we're going to go through this. You'll watch, obviously, you've already started the video, but we're doing my PLTW 4.1.2. Okay, and we're going to look at creating cams. Okay, we talked about cams the other day in class. So we're going to get right into creating them. And we're also going to work on what's called parameters. Okay, so right here, this is a pear-shaped cam, and it's right now it's exactly the same as this one. The only difference is this one I've set parameters. Okay, I've given it a nominal diameter of 2.5, an axial diameter 0.25, thickness 0.25. Now what that allows me is if I want to change the diameter, I've given all my dimensions, but I've used this tag nominal diameter. So if I change that to 5, the entire figure just grows. In this case, it doubled. Now, if I go to where I don't have parameters set, the only way to change the dimensions would be to go into sketch. Now, if I change this diameter to 5, well, now the shape is completely changed. Okay, here we maintain that same pear shape. But in this one, it's no longer the same because all of the different diameters didn't change along with it. I would have to double this one, then I'd have to go double this one, then I'd have to double each one of the parameters along the way. So we're going to create that pear-shaped cam, and we're going to set parameters along the way. If you haven't watched this cam mechanism video, watch that. It kind of breaks down this when we make our automatas. This is kind of the basis of how it's going to work. And what you'll end up doing today is just make as many of these as you can. I'm going to walk you through how to make this one. Okay, so make that one a little bit bigger. Actually, I don't want to do that. So to do this, we're going to start by making a new parameter to the parametric pear model. We're going to name it nominal diameter to represent nominal diameter of the cam. Assign nominal diameter a value of 2.5. So to make this, before you click anything, if you click sketch, this next part isn't going to work or show up for you. But over here on this right side, you've got 3 little tabs. Okay, we want to click the first one that says configure panel. Now up top, you have this little chart. But if you've already clicked sketch and then you go over here to it, all right, now there's no longer that chart option. So I have to clear out the sketch. Now I can create this. So I'm going to hit the drop down arrow, configure variable. So the first one I'm putting in, and guys, these names don't matter, but as long as you're consistent and you know what you're typing in. But I'm going to follow the directions of the lesson. I'm going to type in nominal DIA, and I'm going to set it to 2.5. Okay. Now, once I place that, it puts this drop down menu at the bottom. We're going to add a second configuration variable. We're titling this one axial DIA, and it is set to 0.25. And then there's a third configuration we're going to use. All right, and this will be pretty standard on all of our cams for now, but this is going to be the thickness. So just THK, and we're also setting that to 0.25. Okay, so here are all of our parameters that we're going to be using. So I'm going to hit close this configuration panel, and now I'm going to start my sketch. Okay, I'm going to do it on the front view, but doesn't really matter. So when we look at our pear-shaped cam, okay, what we're doing is we're taking our nominal diameter, dividing by 4, basically going through all of this right here. So rather than type in the diameter right here, we're going to type in nominal diameter divided by 4. Okay, but I'm going to go up here. This is what I want. Okay, so looking at this one, all right, I'm going to start by creating this right here. So to do that, what I want, I'm going to make just a random circle, but then I'm going to dimension it. Okay, now this one is actually supposed to have a diameter of 2.5, all right, and that's what our nominal diameter is. So rather than typing in 2.5, I'm going to start typing NOM, and right here I'm going to click on this. So that's going to set that diameter to our nominal diameter. Now the next part is I'm going to create the distance between the center of this circle to the center of this one right here. Okay, that creates that curve. So to do that, I'm going to create a line, and I'm going to do nominal diameter divided by 2. So I'm going to create a line, and I'm going to turn it into a construction line. Remember, construction lines, they're there, but they're only there in use. They're not part of the figure. So hit escape, so I get cleared off of that. And I just went up here somewhere. I'm going to set its length using my dimension. Okay, and we said that's nominal diameter. So click that, and then I'm going to hit divide by 2. All right, and if you notice, it puts it right there where it should be. Okay, but since we're setting that point to be, we're setting that point so that the center here and the center there are always going to maintain that distance. So I didn't want to just put that point on the edge of the circle. I want it to stay that same relationship with the nominal diameter. Well, now I'm going to create another circle using that point I just placed, set its dimensions. All right, so nominal diameter divided by 4. I think it's nominal diameter divided by 2. All right, and the reason I know it's divided by 2 and not, no, it was 4. I apologize. Okay, and I'm just trying to do that math in my head. Fusion works in radius, Onshape works in diameter. So right here, that's a diameter, radius, and that's what's messing some of these up. But we're going to keep going. So the next thing is I need to create these lines right here. So to do that, I'm going to find the tool. I want to do the tangent. Well, let's create a line first. So select a line, and I'm just going to draw it out here to the side. Escape. Notice it doesn't touch the figure anywhere. Using the tangent function, I'm going to click the line and then click the little circle. All right. Now that moves it so that that line and that circle are only touching in one place. Well, I want to do it again with the line and the big circle. So the reason I don't just connect it there and there is because that may constrain that line so that it's locked into a certain distance. But we want that line to expand and contract as I change these dimensions. We don't want it to be so rigid. It's got to be able to move. So now take my scissors, and I'm going to cut off that line, and then I'm going to do it again along this side. So just drag a line, tangent tool, select my line, little circle, line, big circle. Trim, get rid of that, and now I've got the basic pear shape. Last thing to do is to put in a hole for my axle rod to come through. I'm going to set its dimension. Okay, in this one we created the axle diameter. All right, so we can change just by typing in the number right here to whatever our dowel rod is going to be. We can change that. So I'm just going to type in AX, and now it gives me that option. So I click it, hit enter, and there we go. So I'm going to finish that sketch. And I'm going to do an extrude. I'm going to select a circle, and then I've got to go through and select all of these different bodies. There we go. Now the depth is going to be that THK that we set. Hit enter. And now there is that. So I can always check it. If I change my nominal diameter, if I hit 5, there it just doubled in size, but it kept the same shape. All right, so I'm going to change that back to 2.5. There we go. So what I want you to do is to all right, if we look right here, cam dimension drawings. So I want you to go through and just start creating as many of these as you can. Okay. If you get stuck on how to do the heart shape one, just do a quick Google search, search Onshape heart cam. And there's probably going to be a video that'll walk you through how to create that. Ideally, I want you to try and create it by yourself. But if you get stuck, do go out, use that resource. Okay. When you get done, I want you to create a drawing. Of course, drawings never seem to load. I'm trying to do this quick so I can put it on YouTube for you guys. Make it easier to follow along. Come on. All right, well, you can kind of see it down there. I placed the original image and I did the one that's catty corner. And I'm just inserting all the different ones I created. Just fit as many as you get done on there. See if you can get all 6 of them created. And then when you get to Schoology, submit a photo of your drawing right here. Okay, and that is that. I hope you guys have a great day.